Today I'm going to take you with me as I zone clean my dining room. I'm also going to be sharing with you the 9 zone cleaning tasks that I have in each zone. So you can see that my dining room has been picked up. However, you will see there is still some dirt. So you can see right here, these blinds, they tend to get very dirty. You're also going to see right here that there is quite a bit of dust on my chandelier. So you can kind of see that right here. But the day before this, I did my regular weekly home reset. But today we're going to get in and we're going to do the deep cleaning. So make sure that you stay tuned. So today I am actually zone cleaning my dining room, but I'm also going to be talking about the 9 tasks that I have for every zone in my home. So what I want you guys to do is make sure that you are checking that bottom left-hand corner right there. As I am doing a task and switching tasks, I will put the name of the task that I am switching to right there. That way, if what I'm talking about doesn't exactly match up with what I'm doing, you guys will know what is actually happening in the video. I've had a lot of comments telling me that you guys really like it when I do voiceovers. So I decided that in this video, this is a video that I typically would have done as more of a sit down video. I decided that I would try a different style. So that is what we are doing today. Okay, so last year I started really kind of focusing on my zones and deciding on changing some things up. So I have moved to a 6-week cycle for zone cleaning. I've got 6 zones that I do, and in those 6 zones, I have 9 tasks that are in every single zone. Now, each zone typically has a few more tasks than that, but there are 9 core tasks that I do in every single zone. These 9 tasks are the tasks that are going to clean my room from the top to the bottom. The other tasks are specific to the room. So there's going to be some tasks that I have in the kitchen that I don't need to do in a bedroom. There's going to be bathroom tasks that don't need to be done in a dining room. So those other tasks that are in addition to the 9 core tasks are tasks that I do throughout the week. So the way I have done my zone cleaning now is I do my 9 tasks in about an hour in whatever room I'm in. And then the other additional tasks, I just fit them in throughout the week because most of them are doing some type of specific laundry, or in the kitchen, they are things that are really easy for me to do when I'm already in the kitchen. So things like clean out the microwave and toaster, that would be an example. When I'm in the kitchen in the evenings, cleaning up from the evening dinner, I can just add an extra task and get it done while I'm already in there. So things like that. That's not what we are going to be focusing on today, though. Today we're going to be focusing on these 9 tasks that I have in each room. I also want to let you guys know that in the description box, I will give you instructions so that you can get a free printable that lists these 9 tasks as well as the individual specific tasks for each room. So make sure you check the description box so that you can get your free printable. So what are those 9 tasks that I'm doing each month to help me clean these rooms from top to bottom? Number 1, dust cobwebs and vents. Number 2, dust lights and fan. Number 3, dust blinds and sills. Number 4, dust wall decor. Number 5, this is where I'm going to wipe doors, switches, and plates. This particular room does not have any doors, but I do have light switches and plates around my outlets. The next one is to wet dust furniture and decor. So this is where I have already, the day before, I have done my weekly reset and I have dusted things with a Swiffer. Today I'm going to go in and I'm going to dust with a damp microfiber cloth. I am going to make sure that I am wiping down all of the decor wiping down all of the furniture. In a dining room, that is going to include the table and the chairs, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dust baseboards, then I'm going to vacuum, and then I am going to mop. So those are the 9 tasks that I have in each and every zone. So these are the 9 tasks that I like to do in each zone. These are the tasks that I feel like give me a really good deep clean every 6 weeks. So there's other tasks that I do quarterly or seasonally, but I find that for me, there's a lot of tasks, specifically these 9 tasks, that I really want done on a very regular basis. So again, make sure you check the description box so you can get that free printable. And then in another video, we will discuss exactly how I tackle the extra tasks for each zone. So now we're just going to keep going through my dining room and finish doing my zone cleaning or deep cleaning for this 6-week cycle. I know I mentioned that one of the tasks is to wet dust furniture and decor. I have found that there are a few things that I do prefer to use a dry microfiber cloth on, and those things are things like picture frames and baskets. So I find that they just do a better job when the cloth isn't damp, but a dry microfiber cloth does a much better job than just a Swiffer on these items. So yes, I Swiffer them, during my regular weekly cleaning, but then I like to give them a good wipe down during my zone cleaning. And my favorite product for wiping down wood furniture is the Method Good for Wood. It took me many years to finally try this product, but once I finally tried it, I finally understood all of the hype around it. It just does a really good job of just getting things nice and clean, and it smells so good. So you'll see that I use that on the top of the buffet, and then I'll also use it again later on the top of my dining room table. The task of wiping down dining room chairs was a lot more labor intensive when my kids were young. There was always some kind of sticky food or just kind of dry food or whatever stuck on that I always had to kind of work to get off. Thankfully, now it's really just a matter of kind of knocking the dust off. dining room is quite small, so I find it necessary to pull the chairs all the way out of the dining room. I move them into the living room. That way, when I'm ready to vacuum and mop, I can do a really good job and get underneath the table. There have been times in other homes where I was able to just move the chairs out. There was enough room to just kind of move them out, and I could still get around there and clean under the table and things like that. But in this house, it just doesn't work that way. So think about that while you're cleaning your dining room. It may be necessary to go ahead and pull the chairs out. If you've got plenty of room, you may be able to just kind of move them around, dust under the table, or not dust, but vacuum and mop under the table and then move them back. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe down baseboards. Now, I have found that wiping down baseboards, I kind of do it two different ways. Most of the time during my 6-week zone cleaning, I will do like I'm doing today, and I will just use some kind of dry microfiber cloth and wipe them down. Now, when I'm doing my quarterly or seasonal cleaning, that is when I may choose to get something wet out. Sometimes I will use just a damp rag, like a microfiber rag, or other times I have been known to just use my mop. But I find that just every 6 weeks, using something dry, just a dry microfiber rag of some kind, works really well. We have finally worked our way from the top of the room down to the bottom of the room. So now I'm going to vacuum and then I am going to mop. I also just kind of vacuum underneath that buffet back there. You may have noticed that when I was dusting the blinds, I went ahead and moved that table out and dusted pretty well behind it. So that is something that I usually do during my zone cleaning. I do not move furniture that is super heavy or hard to move, but pieces of furniture that are easy enough for me to move on my own, a lot of times I will take the time to go ahead and do that. I know some of you are wondering how long it took me to do these 9 tasks in my dining room. I didn't set a timer, but when I was editing the video, I had about 50 minutes of raw footage, and I was able to obviously cut that down and speed that up to make it into a video for you guys, but it was not more than 50 minutes. So you can see that these tasks, they go pretty fast. The day before this, when I did my weekly reset, I did use my O-Cedar spin mop to clean the floors. So the floors are not actually super dirty today, but I definitely prefer my steam mop on these floors. I don't know what it is, but there is something about using the steam mop on these floors that makes these floors feel so clean. Now these floors, we're eventually going to replace them. We're eventually going to replace the baseboards and things like that. But right now, this is what I've got, and this steam mop really does do the best job on these floors. And now that my floors are clean, it is time to get this room put back together. You can see I made quite the mess. I really hope you guys have enjoyed seeing my simplified version of zone cleaning. I feel like for me, just simplifying this process down to 9 core tasks that I do in every single room every 6 weeks has made such a difference. Again, there are definitely still some room specific things that I do, but most of them, like I said, they are specific laundry or they are tasks that are easy for me to add on to something else that I'm already doing. I don't feel like I have to set aside extra time to do those. So most of the time I do these 9 tasks all at one time in an hour or less. If you are someone that prefers to do your zone cleaning spread out through the week, that is definitely still an option. You can take 1 or 2 of these tasks and do them in a day and spread them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I will see you guys soon.